How's it going, everybody? So in today's episode is a little bit of a recap on the Z. I been, through the holidays, I had a little bit of time to work on the house and get some things done I needed done like that, with new floors and stuff. But I was able to put a couple days in the 350Z, and this is kind of what I've got done so far. So pretty much today I knocked out the interior. If you remember from before, it had a ASD Hydro in it, and the console was all notched, and same as the center bezel. All that was really screwed up. So I was able to, I bought new stuff, put it all in, and then got my seats. I haven't detailed them out yet. All I did was vacuum. Obviously, there's some nasty crap in there. And then let me grab my flashlight. So it's gonna be kind of hard to tell, but I built my throttle cable setup for the 350Z pedal. You can kind of see it there. Probably should have took a photo of it before I installed it, but whatever, you know how it goes when you're working on something. And so got that done, put the NRG with the quick release and the Nardi steering wheel. Finished the fuel lines all up. That's all sealed up real nice. Fuel pressure regulator back there. No vacuum lines ran. Anyways, the harness is now taken off. If you remember from the last video, I was having some issues with the Wiring Specialties harness that I got. So I've been going back and forth with them on emails. Pretty much they're saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to work on cars. I should probably not quit my day job. Well, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing with wire harnesses, and I do have a day job, and I'm not quitting. So here's the issue right here. Here's the Wiring Specialties harness. A little rundown on this, if you're not familiar with JZ setups. So here's your ECU harness right here. Now this little wire right here, this is a pin 1A. It's a switch 12 volt with a key on. This is your on and off switch. This is what powers everything. Basically, this needs to be ran to a key on. Like basically when it was in my FD car, this wire ran to, I think I might have had it relayed, but it ran to essentially a toggle switch. You turn that bitch on, then it fired up the relay system, which then powered up all your coil packs, all your fuel injectors, everything. It just powers everything. Well, this wire, the way they have it, this runs through the harness all the way through here, and it comes out at the end on two plugs. This one, which is your boost control solenoid, which they have wired in way at the end, which is silly, but whatever. And then your alternator, because your alternator has a power, ground, and a 12 volt power. And alternators won't charge unless they have a 12 volt signal with the key, so they know to turn on and off. Well, basically after running all the way back through here, it comes out and it hits this wire. It's a black with an orange stripe, follows it to here. So this is the way they have it. So I guess this is kind of easy access for their setup. I don't know. As you can see, the wire I'm talking about is right here in the far corner. So you can see the pin. Now next to it, directly to the left, there is no pin, there is no wire. You can see nothing right there. So it goes to this clip right here. Now, if you look in the far corner, there is no wire. So it makes me wonder, well, how are they creating a 12 volt source signal with the key on? As close as I can figure is that this black wire right here, this is a black and red wire, goes into the plug, and like you seen just a moment ago, it goes nowhere on this side. So what I'm thinking is this wire is supposed to be one over, or that wire is supposed to be one over that way, so that they interconnect, or they connect. Because this wire runs in through here, goes through here like this, or well, it goes over here. This goes to the engine bay. That black and red wire hits this black plug, which plugs in over there by the firewall and battery on a 350Z. And this is a 12 volt switch with the key on and key off. So it's probably a relayed, some kind of relayed power. Now I don't know what it does because I don't have a pinout on any of these clips. And I haven't Googled it, I just have not done it yet. So there's your two clips by the battery tray. This one goes to your dash, and then this plug here is to the controller box, which then basically, you know, it sends your signals in for your tack and everything, and then converts it to a, you know, 350Z signal to run to the tack, etc. So usually on an A240SX or, you know, Skyline RB20, whatever, the dash plug is where I pull the 12 volt signal off. Now, because they, you know, 350Zs are different, I've never wired one. Maybe they pull the 12 volt off that. I'm not sure. If it is off this, then it's missing. It's not there. It doesn't exist. So, I you know, maybe they just wanted to pull it off a different, you know, use a different color wire. For all I have no idea. So, I emailed them basically a picture of this plug, explaining, go, hey, look, this is the wire I need to power. It goes to here, then it goes to there, and then there's nothing here for it to go to. Pretty simple terms. Hopefully they get the drift this time, because it's only been about 3 or 4 email cycles that I went through with Wiring Specialties. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to wire harnesses, and you do order a harness like this, I just feel bad for you, because it's a real pain in the ass. Because I mean, I've done it before, so I know what to look for. It's a complicated, it's not that complicated, but it can be complicated without the right pin outs, you know, wiring diagrams and everything. Because if you don't know what does what, then you have to source it on the car and figure out where it goes, you know. And there's other problems with this harness too. The reverse lights are stuck on. I mean, that could be, yeah, sure, a bad switch on the transmission, but who knows? It could be just a simple, they're putting power to a ground and a ground to a power. I don't know. Not sure. I emailed them, you know, I put that in the email also, so we'll see. I'm sure they'll enjoy reading that tomorrow morning. So anyways, a little recap on my garage. You guys haven't seen it really since I kind of finished it in a way. So I got my furnace on. This is a little guy. It was like 180 bucks at Northern Tool. Pretty nice, you know, buy for the money. It just hooked up directly to my natural gas line at the house. And, you know, it warms this place up to where I can work in here with a t-shirt. So, and then I finally upgraded my welder cart to a Harbor Freight. These are pretty good. I mean, I was looking at them, I compared them to a couple of different places, and these are pretty nice. The drawers are all about the same as far as anywhere else you go. The only thing I don't really like are the wheels. They're kind of skeetish, but I figure, hey, I can always replace those. I just needed the cart and the drill, or cart and the, you know, setup or drawer setup. So it does hold my big tank, which is nice. It, you know, works real well. So, you know, 180 bucks I think it was. That can get you into a pretty decent roll around cart, you know, with some drawers. So, you know, Harbor Freight, not a bad way to go. Anyways, and then also I came over here, I got my TIG welder kind of set up. It's a little messy right now. I still need like one more shelf for just small stuff, but my badass welding table, that's all done. You know, I can put whatever I want on that vise or whatever, bang on it. You're not gonna hurt it because it's a freaking tank. And then moved everything up there. So kind of cool getting that all done. A little decoration from older sponsor back in the day. So, I mean, you know, small space, but if you keep it organized, it's, you know, it's, you can work out of anywhere. So that's kind of the gist of that. So anyways, but yeah, that's the recap on this. When I get back tomorrow, I am going to, or back home from work tomorrow, I'm going to finish this out. As far as I just have to work on the exhaust. I'm going to kind of cut this one up and change it and put the drive shaft on and hopefully get everything else done that I need to on the car, so that when the harness is ready to go back in, throw it in and get that finished. Oh, and as I'm reminded, the fuel setup that I built isn't working properly. Not sure why. I'm waiting on a guy. Hopefully he can help me out with it. Everything's kind of done right as far as directions off of one website that I looked at. And I'll do a separate video on that whenever I take it back apart and show you what I did, what not to do apparently. Because basically I'm getting like maybe 12 PSI for fuel, and it's not enough to run it. I can start the engine and it'll run for about 2 seconds and then die. So it's just not enough fuel pressure. I have to figure that out. But in the meantime, I'm just working on everything else, so that basically 2 problems, when the time comes, I can get it finished and then hopefully be able to drive it. So hopefully you enjoy these. Just, you know, Wing It Motorsports garage life. I mean, it's not real, you know, it's just off season trying to get some stuff done. Some upcoming videos we're going to be doing some small bash bars. I'll show you guys kind of how to do those for the right-hand drive car. And then I'm gonna wrap the body kit. I finally got it the other day. And then all the big turbo stuff. I got to send the ECU off and get it ROM tuned by RS Enthalpy, and then that's gonna be a whole series on how to do a big turbo to an RB25. So hopefully you guys look forward to that. So I'll see you guys later.